Committee on Parole's call to order of the day is Thursday, March 30th, 9:26 a.m. My name is Brendan Kelsey. Along with me is Ms. Cheryl Renata, Mr. Alan Rocha will be panel. Staff report seated at the airport in Baton Rouge. Our remote location is Webster. Would Bayou Dorche, would staff and support please introduce yourself there?
Timothy Voss.
This is Major Culpepper, Webster Parish.
All right, Major. Good. We're ready for our first case. Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Timothy Voss, 6/24/1990, 743264.
Oh, back up, 6/24/1990. I got that. What is your DOC number?
743264.
All right, you heard the introduction while the parole interview. Ask you some questions. You can respond. At the end, you can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes.
We have Claudette Ladette Voss and Vaughn Voss who will speak at the appropriate time.
Yes.
Timothy Voss, DOC number 743264, second class offender, not eligible for good time, full term 12/17/2024. You're a 5-year sentence, decent behavior with a juvenile, unlawful use of social net web. Does that sound correct? You were revoked in 2020. Does that sound correct?
Yes.
All right, would you answer Mr. Roche's question, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Voss. How are you?
I'm all right. And yourself?
Good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Mr. Voss, you're currently 32 years old, is that correct?
Yes.
And you are a second offender, is that correct?
Yes.
And your first conviction was for indecent behavior with the juvenile, is that correct?
Yes.
And then you were given a 5-year sentence. The judge chose to suspend that sentence, and you were given 2 years active supervision. Is that correct?
Yes.
And less than a year later, you got convicted of unlawful use or access to social media, which was a violation of your supervision. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you got sentenced to a 2-year sentence, and it was to run concurrent with the original 5-year sentence that the judge imposed after you were arrested. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell me about your disciplinary conduct since you've been incarcerated.
I have 2 write-ups, but that's been thrown out.
Sir, tell me what the write-ups were for.
One was for hoarding medication, and the other one was for property damage. But they have they already gave me disciplinary for it.
Sir, the first one was contraband, am I correct?
Yes.
When was that?
That was 3 years ago.
That was 3 years ago,
Yes.
in 2020.
Yes.
Tell me exactly what date it was.
Well, I was up to the nurse, and he basically
So when was it in 2020?
I cannot recall that.
And what was the second disciplinary write-up?
Property damage,
And when was that?
3 years ago in 2020.
Okay. And that was the last disciplinary write-up you had.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what your current job assignment is with.
I'm sorry.
Tell me what your current job assignment is.
Oh yeah. I'm in the SOT program, and
So you're in the sex offender treatment full-time?
yes,
Okay. At what stage are you in the sex offender treatment?
I just took my phase 4 test yesterday.
Just took your phase 4 test yesterday.
Yes.
So you completed the first 3 phases.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what your transition plan is if you're released.
I'm sorry?
Tell me what your transition plan is. Where do you plan to live and where do you plan to work?
Well, I am going to be living with my parents for the time being. They have bought me a house next door to them, and I'm gonna be living with them for the time being. And then when my house gets all repaired out, I will be moved in right next door to them. And as for the job situation, I have been on disability my whole life. And I could never keep a job because of my disability, which is ADHD, ADD, and bipolar.
Are you on any mental health medication?
Yes, I am.
And what is that medication?
It's up in the Voss DOC facility.
What, how many medications do you take and what are those medications?
I take 3 pills, and one of them is Cyprexa, and the other one is Triliptol, and I cannot recall the last one.
Okay, that's okay. When were you originally diagnosed?
I was diagnosed at 8 or 9 years of age.
Now, have you gotten that address with your parents approved by probation and parole yet?
I don't understand the question.
You said you're gonna live with your parents.
Right.
Has that address been approved by probation and parole?
It was approved on probation, and if granted parole as of today, I will be using their address for me to live with them until my house is all repaired out.
And what you're telling me is why you were on probation the first time and you were living with your parents.
I've made some mistakes along the way.
Sir. Listen to me clearly. You were living with your parents when the judge gave you probation the first time. Is that correct?
Yes,
So that address is okay as far as being within the parameter of the that no schools, no daycare centers, no parks,
no,
no facilities where a juvenile would frequent.
there is no schools, parks, daycares, none of that around.
Okay, right. Your victim was unidentified. She was a 16-year-old female, but we could not identify that victim, so we could get no feedback on this hearing. You have expressed opposition from the judge, the DA, and law enforcement. You have a moderate risk assessment. You have a poor supervision history. The judge gave you an opportunity to do 2 years of supervised probation. That probation would have ended in 2021, but you saw fit to violate that supervision, and as a consequence, you're incarcerated right now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Major Culpepper, do you have any input, any remarks or comments?
I do have one of the staff members for the mental health here that would like to speak on his behalf.
Okay.
Right.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Logan Turner. I'm one of the counselors here, part of the SOTU program, our sex offender treatment unit. Mr. Voss in our classes has done very well. He pays attention, he participates. He has shown a lot of improvement. He has done well on the tests. Do not have a current grade on his phase 4 yet, but he's done well in the past tests, so we don't really have too much of a concern about it. But throughout the classes I personally have had with him, he's done great, paid attention, and participated.
I thank you.
Yes,
You have would you, Ms. Renata has a question.
When is it anticipated he'll complete that last phase?
the end of May, May 26th.
Okay, thank you. I have a question of Mr. Voss. Mr.
Okay.
Voss, what, when you were on probation, what was the address of your residence?
103 Brunei Street.
Trevor?
Yes,
Okay. And what is the relationship now, if any, with Katie Dion?
there is no relationship. It's over and done with.
Thank you.
All right. Now we'll hear from Ms. Claudette Voss. Would you like to make a brief statement, Ms. Claudette? Turn the mute off. There you go.
Can y'all hear me?
And
I would like to say that when Timothy was on probation before, he talked me into letting him live in an apartment a few miles away from us. We're not going to do that this time. This time he's going to be right next door to me so I can keep an eye on him better. And there will not be any Katie Dion's living with him. I will be seeing to that. I'm hoping that he learned his lesson this time, that he will stay off of social media and whatever rules y'all assign to him for this time for his probation. That's what I'd like to say.
all right, thank you. All right, would Mr. Vaughn like to make a statement?
Yeah, I will be able to keep Timothy busy over here, you know, we're gonna try to find him a job somewhere. But he will stay busy because that house that I bought from him next door needs a lot of repairs, and I'm planning on him at least showing him a trade and how to do home repairs and stuff like that. So he should be busy for a good while over there.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your comments. All right, Timothy, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Not at this time.
Okay, great. Panel prepared to vote?
Yes,
Mr. Rocha.
Mr. Voss. When you were arrested and convicted of indecent behavior with the juvenile, the judge saw fit to sentence you to 5 years and suspend that complete sentence.
Right.
And you took it upon yourself to move out of your mother's home, move miles away so that they could not monitor your activity. And you went on social media and did some horrible things and got caught, arrested, convicted, and revoked.
Yes.
You are a poor supervision risk. You have expressed opposition from the DA's office, law enforcement. You're a repeat sex offender. And you have a moderate risk assessment, which tells me in this panel that you have a moderate chance of reoffending. For all those reasons, I'm going to deny your request for early release.
Ms. Renata?
Mr. Voss, I'm glad to hear from the treatment staff that you're doing well in the program. That's really encouraging. However, based on the moderate risk score, the failed probation, and the proximity of your full-time release date, my vote today is to deny.
And I vote to deny your parole for the same reasons as stated. 3 votes to deny your parole. Your parole's been denied. Good luck to you.
Thank you.